Welcome to Dollar Tree Theater. It's your host, Patrick, here from Half Cheetah Will View. So, the poll for this week, I asked folks if they would like to either vote for the Bling Ring, Big Sur, or Surprise Me, which means I get to pick the movie to surprise you with. And I was a little surprised because I thought all the A24 fans would roll out to vote for the Bling Ring, but it didn't happen. Um, I was a little surprised Big Sur didn't win because it has a great cast. It's a drama, but it has a great cast. It had Jean-Marc Biard, Kate Bosworth, Josh Lucas, and Rhoda Mitchell. It's based on a story by Jack Kerouac. So I thought, wow, an indie drama and a straight drama film. Josh Lucas, Emma Watson. I thought for sure that one of those two movies was going to walk off with the pick. But you guys said surprise you. So me and the Cheetah, we got together and we said, well, what can we surprise him with? And we came up with something to surprise you with. We came up with Hornet. This is from my buddy Catfish. It's off his binder, but he got this at the Dollar Tree. He had to. So Hornet is a 2018 film from the Asylum. Now, as much grief as I sometimes, not all the time, and you guys know this, but some of the grief I give, like Wild Eye, but at least I can still sit there and say Wild Eye puts out some seriously good movies, because they do. I don't think I've ever said that, not once, about a movie from the Asylum. I mean, not once. I've seen some individual performances that were good. Good in a really, 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 really bad movie. But overall, no. So we put on Hornet, which is a Mockbuster. It's supposed to be a Mockbuster of the Transformers movie Bumblebee, which stars John Cena. They're supposed to tie, they make these Mockbusters up really fast, real cheap, and they throw them on hopefully around the same time that the other movie comes out. So people, when they go to the store, they get confused, or the rental place, they get confused, which they do. It works. Or it did work. At least in my video stores. So, I guess I'll tell you the story. Oh, my gosh. So the story basically is there's three people, Chloe, Helen, and Luke. They put together they build a robot, and they go out to the mountains to test it, and it works. And then all sorts of shenanigans happens. Not all sorts. The movie opens up really with a newscast saying how people are disappearing in the skies, and people are missing, and they don't the authorities don't know really what's going on, but they're telling people to be careful and stay at home and all that other stuff. And they're even talking about in the middle of the day, they're talking about how there's a missing hiker in this, and they say, "Oh, we have a witness," and the witness says, "Yeah, it was aliens." And of course, the newscaster starts, rolling her eyes, but lo and behold, there is some sort of spacecraft behind them in the middle of the day. So we see that, and then we start seeing Luke and Chloe, or Luke and Helen, mostly Luke. They start telling us they're being held captive. It looks like a shadowy government agency, and this agent wants to know what happened, because something happened on the mountain. So what happened? As it turns out, that Hornet is a found footage film. They decided to take off the Transformers and the Bumblebee aspect, and they decided to make a found footage. So we go back and we see how the three young people have built Hornet, and they take him out to the mountain to the it says the hills, and Hornet is suddenly, he goes from being put in a little small ass box to suddenly become like a pint sized jet jaguar, and it goes back and forth between the Hornet and the creators and the interrogation. Yeah, the only thing I note that happens is suddenly people start popping up out of nowhere, and it appears that they've been the people that have been captured and they've been returned, brainwashed to attack people. Um, so there's like been 8 people captured, and they got returned, and that's the invading force. Now they're going to help take over the world. All right. The government agent is basically torturing Luke into trying to give him information about Hornet. Because he says, "How did you get that technology to build it? Because, you know, we don't have the tech to do that." And we never really truly find out where they got it. It goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. There's an extended chase scene at night. I can't even tell you how bad this movie was. This movie was like the worst movie I've seen this year, last year, the year before, maybe even the year before that. It's pretty bad. But what's good about it is it's perfectly good Dollar Tree theater. I mean, it's the type of movie that you buy blind. You do you go to the Dollar Tree, you grab it, you watch it, then you flip it over, and then you put a cold drink on top of it, right? So it's got some use for it. It's not just it's not you just don't look at it and say, "Oh, this is a shitty ass movie." Out you go. No, you could actually say it's a shitty ass movie, then tilt it on its back over here, and then put the cold drink on it. So it has some value. Um, this movie stars nobody. Um, it continues one thing the Asylum does, and I've said this before. Uh, it's like they have auditions, right? They'll sit there and say, "We're having an open call for our movies," and they literally will stand right by the door, and the first, however the cast is, we need 10 people. The first 10 people that walk through the door are cast, because they're not going to spend any more money, all day doing this. They're going to go there and like, we want to get this done with. We want to get this cast, and that's what they do. They just sit there, wait for the first 10 suckers, first 10 actors to walk through the door. They say, "Okay, you're hired, you're hired, you're hired," and then that's their cast. Then they go out there and then they shoot their movie. Yeah, uh, pretty horrific actually, because it's ooh man. The effects are just what you think they'd be from the Asylum. They're pretty much bottom of the bucket. Uh, there's it's just bad. So I'm surprising you with Hornet. This is this is wow. This is awful. I can't. I'm trying to really think of anything good to say about it, and I can't. It was the most. I mean, I watched Death House. Let's put it this way. I was watching Death House before I put this on. I was telling everybody how bad Death House was. It has a whole bunch of horror icons in it, and they decided to shoot it in the dark. Horrible movie, terrible. So I took that off. I said, "Well, I'm going to do my Dollar Tree review. I'm going to put this on and watch this. This can't be worse than Death House." Yeah, actually it can. Oh, all right. Well, there's no extras on this movie. Oh, thank God for that. Because that would actually cost money. But they did throw a bunch of trailers on to see movies that you can avoid. Um, I still got hope for the Asylum. Like I said, I have never seen an Asylum drama. I know they're out there. I've just never seen one. I have one. I just haven't watched it yet. So I'm not going to be totally down on Asylum. I just haven't seen the right ones yet. I've always seen their sci-fi and their, I just haven't, I know they got a few movies. So I'm going to keep, we'll keep looking. We'll keep hoping. But for Hornet, yeah, don't get stung by this turkey. All right, that's it for this a Dollar Tree Theater review. Um, this will hopefully encourage you to pick one of the two movies that we offer you next time. So we all don't get stung by the surprise me category. If you like the review, go ahead and give us a sub and leave us a comment down below and hit the notification bell. And we appreciate it. And we hope to see you next week. And we hopefully will have a better movie. All right. We'll talk to you soon. Peace.